Welcome to This Is the Day with me, Bo Chansey.
And me, Ariana Earnshaw. I was trying to mime like I was the one speaking.
Okay. How'd that go for you?
Not great.
No?
Not great, no.
Well, what my inflection may have not been what you were anticipating.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a wild card. That's what they say about me. They do. They say, that Bo Chansey, he's a bit of a wild card. You did better there, didn't you?
You set me up well for that one.
Well, I gave you the pattern, yeah. I do it when I'm watching church online and I'm preaching. I'll say stuff with me.
With yourself.
Yeah, because I'll be like the repetition or the pause, and then I'll go, wow.
And you're like, nailed it.
Oh, man, yeah, perfect.
Yes.
I'm glad I did that. That's what I would do again if I was doing it.
I would do, that's perfect, yeah. Oh, yeah, nice.
And then there's every now and then I'm like, why didn't I say? Like, I'm writing stuff down.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, since it's somewhat extemporaneous speaking. That's a fun word. Extemporaneous.
Can you define it?
Extemporaneous. Off the cuff.
Okay. Because I didn't know what that meant.
There's a plan and structure, like in our messages.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, I'm probably about to bore everybody because I could talk about like sermons and public speaking and all that stuff all day long. But we basically create something to move us through a message with main points and some subpoints and things like that, and then extemporaneously speak around them.
Okay. Oh. Good context. Thank you. Now I understand the word.
Now you do. Learned something today.
I sure did. Just the one thing so far. But it's early.
You're welcome. That's the stuff I like saying you're welcome. Do you like saying you're welcome?
Yeah, but like in what context?
I don't know, I just like, you're welcome.
Like if it's for things that I didn't even do, I love saying you're welcome. For things that I should not be saying you're welcome for.
That's what I mean.
You're welcome. I think it's so funny. Also, I like saying you're welcome legitimately, I do suppose.
Yeah, like if I show up somewhere and I wasn't expected,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it with a little sassafras.
Yeah. My hair is short now, so I can flip it
a little
around.
Sassy hair flip there?
Sassy hair flip. You're welcome. Something that nobody asked for. A sassy hair flip.
That's right.
But you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Do a sassy hair flip.
I like to do it just like, you're welcome. Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta look away.
That's so dramatic.
The look away.
That's so dramatic.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome.
It's almost like we're saying it to God.
You're
Just kidding. That's terrible. Okay.
Okay.
You want to do a verse of the day?
Yeah.
All right. We've got a verse of the day. Are you singing a song?
No.
Did you create a jingle?
No.
Because I love jingles.
Up to par. No.
You know what I like? There's only one thing I like a little bit more than a jingle.
Okay.
I like a jangle.
I knew it.
And if you can combine a jingle and a jangle and get a jingle,
Sweet spot.
That's like a JJ Supreme. Okay. Our verse of the day is from 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. It says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." I'll read it again. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. All right, what jumps out at you there?
A couple of things.
Alrighty.
Well, I underlined sober because I think sometimes we really just because what we know it to be is like not drunk. But I really just don't think that it is honing in on that necessarily. Like also, yes, or like at least to me right now in this moment, like even if like we're not in a close relationship with God or we're not in the Word or we're not pursuing that, like to me, like I don't feel like I'm sober-minded when I'm disconnected in that way. Like I think there are a lot of different ways that we can not be of sober mind. And the one way to be of sober mind is to be pursuing God and godliness and His Word and His truths. So that kind of stood out to me because I just think sometimes we really do. And sometimes it does mean that, like to not be drunk. obviously. But I don't know, it just stood out to me. And there's a lot of ways that we can not be of sober mind that are atypical. Yeah, and then also the whole entire your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. It reminds me of, so a while ago you had challenged our whole staff and elder team to put on the armor of God every morning. And this is something that I think about a lot, like I need to be putting on the full armor of God and protecting myself in this way because the devil is always trying to devour me. Like there is always something that he's trying to get into to throw me off, to disconnect me from God, and I need to be doing everything in my power to be connecting myself to God and be close to him. And so there's a lot of different ways to do that, but one thing that has really changed my life and how I live is putting on the armor of God, and just really being connected to him in the mornings, even for me, and living out my days, remembering that, not just even putting it on and being like, well, check, but continuing to keep it on, and if it starts to slip during the day, pulling it back on, and just really keeping my mind and my heart focused on that.
Sweet.
So I don't know. It's really, really, really changed a lot of the way that I live doing that.
Yeah, it makes you more alert.
Yeah, much.
Yeah, there's an awareness factor. I mean, that's one of the things we always we teach our kids. When they're going out and doing things by themselves, or be alert. Pay attention to your surroundings. Know what's happening around you. You can't control what other people will do, but you can be alert and aware. If you're driving, you want to be alert and aware of what other drivers are doing. I talk about it some on This Is the Day, about like people walking in New Hampshire. And when you walk facing traffic, yet people here, they walk on the wrong side of the road with cars coming at their backs with no sidewalks and headphones in. And I'm like, I don't want you to get hit by a car. There's cars. And a distracted driver who veers a little bit off the road, I mean, you're toast at that point. You have no chance to get out of the way. Yeah. And I just wish somebody would teach you. You know what I mean? Like to be alert. Like you can't be alert in that space. All you got to do to be alert there is get on the other side of the road.
Right. Not have your back turned.
Not have your back to it.
The threat.
Yeah, face it. That's why, too, the armor of God is all forward facing. Yeah. There's no protection for your backside. So when we're and the only time that we are at risk of being attacked by the enemy is when we're in the game. If we're his thing, if we're just irrelevant and we're not sharing God's love, we're not praying for one, we're not serving God, we're not living for him, his love's not flowing through us to other people, then whatever, he'll go after something else. Like great. But if we're going to be alert and be in this, then we need to know that our enemy, the devil, he is prowling around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. So be alert, pay attention, get your head up, be aware of what's happening there. Because the other thing too is like, I don't buy into the notion that we fall into sin. I know it can feel that way. I also don't think you like fall in love. Like there's a place where you choose, and you're making choices to do this. And we say these things like almost as a way to, I think, maybe make ourselves feel better. And like, I fell into sin. Like I fell into an affair or whatever. No, and you took steps. Yeah. When I sin, I'm taking steps. I'm not alert. And this word sober, if I was, and I like that because that's one that really stood out to me too. If I was to highlight that, I would say, okay, the opposite of sober in this context probably means intoxicated. Yeah. And there's lots of ways to be intoxicated. We can become intoxicated by all kinds of things. Like the scriptures talk about the lust of the flesh. So, I mean, this could be things we want, material things of this world that are temporary and fleeting, things that we're pursuing outside of the will of God. We can become intoxicated by them. So be sober-minded, clear thinking. Yeah. So that we are able to process what's happening and going, if I take a step in this direction, then that is going to lead me down a path of sin. Yeah. And right where the enemy has me there. And so instead, I love that you went to the armor of God. that every day from Ephesians 6, we're putting on the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, and having our feet fitted with the readiness of the gospel of peace, and taking up the shield of faith and using faith. It's a useful faith. And the sword of the Spirit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Really good. Just got to face it.
Yeah. And not just be clear-minded, but also be alert.
Alert.
Both of them together. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, yep, I got a clear mind. I'm ready. You have to be like ready, alert,
ready.
looking for it.
Yeah, this is happening.
Let's go. Yeah, we're in it. We're in it now.
For sure. As without that awareness and being alert, then I think we do get surprised sometimes. Yep.
Yeah, even if we can see it, it'll sneak up on us.
Yeah. You could be walking, okay, so let's go back to the walking analogy. You could be walking on the proper side of the road into with traffic coming at you.
Yeah.
And be staring at your phone. You're not alert.
Yeah, right.
And still not be able to move.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You want to definitely be alert and pay attention. Okay. Right on. Okay, that was fun. I like that verse. And okay, we have a calendar page.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm kind of excited about today's. So I like to give credit where credit is due. So it's a pun. Okay, it actually says so punny at the top of this page, and it's like a question, and the question is, what kind of shoes do toads wear? And we're not going to give the answer yet. We're just going to think about it. What kind of shoes do toads wear? I didn't look at the answer, but I have a guess.
Okay.
Do you have a guess?
Not really. I'm thinking.
What kind of shoes do toads wear?
Like I have a vibe. Like I think I get where it's going.
Okay.
But.
Want to hear my guess?
Yeah, I do.
My guess is Croaks.
Croaks.
They wear Croaks.
That's okay.
Toads wear Croaks.
Okay, they do. Whether or not that's the answer, I bet they do.
Well, you could maybe do a play off of like Reebok's rivets. No, that doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
I don't really.
Should we see what it says?
Yeah.
All right, flip it over. Oh. Toads wear open-toed shoes. Open-toed.
I was thinking, the way that you presented this, I was like, oh, toe. But then I was like, there's no shoe. I was also on like brands.
Oh, okay.
Like, so I was like, there's no like brand whose name has toe in it. So I abandoned it, but that's good. That's good.
Open-toed.
Open-toed.
I wouldn't call it good, but I will say it's an improvement.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Okay. All right. Well, we have another calendar that gives us a national day to celebrate. And today is Shrimp Scampi Day.
To be honest with you,
Ooh. Let me just put it this way. There has never been a comment that comes after to be honest with you that is pleasant.
Oh, I was just going to say that I don't know really what shrimp scampi is.
Shrimp Scampi.
I don't. Well, they don't have legs.
Shrimp don't have legs?
Well, they don't have legs that they can scamper on.
Well, it's scampi, not scamper.
Oh. Okay, well then I really don't know what it is.
I'd like to see a shrimp scamper.
Yeah, I really don't know
Shrimp
what
scampi?
Shrimp scampi is, yeah. I don't know what it's like made of.
It's a shrimp dish.
I figured that.
Made with shrimp. And I believe garlic butter and maybe lemon and like sizzly and
Kind of sounds good.
it's delicious. My mouth watered. I've enjoyed some shrimp scampi in my day.
I don't know. I'm confused about shrimp because, okay. A lot of my life I spent greatly disliking shrimp. And most seafood, even fish, like I was not a huge fan. Then all of a sudden, I started liking like haddock and cod, salmon, whatever fish. And then I tried shrimp again and I really liked them for like 6 months, maybe a year. And I really liked shrimp, ate a lot of shrimp. And then all of a sudden, I like the flavor still, and I like wish I could eat shrimp, but I just can't get over like the shrimp vibe. I can't it freaks me out to eat them. So I don't, but I I want the flavor of shrimp without having to eat a literal shrimp. But also it's not a texture thing because I kind of like the texture, which might be weird, but it doesn't freak me out. It's just the concept of a shrimp. I don't know. It's
Okay.
I'm burdened.
It's a heavy burden.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you have to just like grow up a little.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't mean this to be like you're immature or, you pick on you because you're young, but sometimes you do. You just have to grow up and kind of say, all right, it's time. I want to like shrimp. I'm going to get down on the shrimp. It's like the United States military.
Okay.
For instance, okay? Like we depend on the military and the men and women who serve in the United States military to get out there and do what needs to be done. They're going to get out there and do what needs to be done. Like you got the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, right? So I think in this regard, you could take a page out of the Marines book when it comes to shrimp and just shrimpify.
So, okay. So the comparison is the Marines to me
Shrimpify.
needing to eat shrimp. Okay.
Shrimpify, Ariana. Let's go.
Okay. I'll try.
It's Shrimp Scampi Day.
I'll
Shrimpify.
try. Okay, I'm gonna eat. I was gonna say I'm gonna eat shrimp today, but I don't know that that's true, so I'm actually not gonna promise that.
I would love to have some Shrimp Scampi today.
You can. It's probably available at many local restaurants. Don't know that to be true. I've never ordered it, but
I don't know. It's weird. Like we live in New Hampshire. We're like 30 minutes from the coast.
yeah.
And there is essentially no seafood places anywhere near us.
Really?
Like
I guess
nothing.
I don't really look for them.
Yeah, we do, and we can. It's the weirdest thing. I don't understand.
Open a seafood restaurant.
So much about New Hampshire, I still don't understand. 10 years in,
You never will.
I think that's part of the charm.
Yeah, it's
It may be all of the charm.
serious. Where are the seafood restaurants? Ooh.
Like there were a couple when we moved here, and they weren't that great, but at least they were there, and we would go to them, and
Yeah.
they were just all closed down.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of I wouldn't
Sad
even
for
know
them.
where to get shrimp scampi. Sometimes it's served over like a linguine.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, now I want pasta.
Maybe on angel hair pasta. I don't know.
Yum.
You like the pasta?
Very much so. Eat a lot of it.
Okay. Right on.
right.
Sweet. All right, you ready to do a little Trivial Pursuit?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to play Trivial Pursuit, 6 questions on a Trivial Pursuit card. I'm going to guess it all 6. Hope you'll guess it all 6. If you get all 6 right, we'll send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a Fun Tip Box. And if I get all 6 right, I'm going to get down on some Pop Rocks from a Fun Tip Box.
Pop rocks. Okay.
Yeah. We have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition. Oldest cards, newest cards, dealer's choice.
I will go old.
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 We're going
Old.
old today. These are old and outdated cards potentially. They could still be outdated.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm old. I'm not outdated, am I?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Blue.
Blue, geography.
What is the world's deepest land gorge?
What is the world's deepest land gorge? I'm pretty sure it's that pothole in Elm Street in downtown Manchester. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go straight to the pit of hell. World's deepest land gorge? Gorge.
Yes.
I can only think of one
Okay.
land gorge.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the Grand Canyon.
That is correct.
Let's go.
Okay. Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
What is found on Lonely Street?
What is found
Yep. What's found on Lonely Street?
on Lonely Street? Mm-hmm. Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. Mm-hmm. It's down at the end of Lonely Street.
Oh.
It's called Heartbreak Hotel.
Correct. Yes, it is. Yellow.
Yellow. History.
What country imposed the Berlin Blockade in 1948?
So the name of the country that imposed, so you had West and East Germany. Soviet Union.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay.
Go.
Brown.
Brown, art and literature.
Where do Batman and Robin live?
Well, they're fictional characters, Ariana. They live in our imagination.
Okay, well.
Am I going to need to be more
Incorrect.
specific?
Yes.
That is correct. That's a correct answer.
Not according to the all-seeing card.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I can't believe how much nerd knowledge I've gained recently. Mm-hmm. That's a DC comic, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I have no idea. I'm like the worst other person than you to ask that question to. I have no idea.
Batman and Robin they don't live in the Batcave, but there is a Batcave.
Okay.
They live at Bruce Wayne Manor. Still not? Okay. Gotham City.
Thank you.
Is that the answer?
Yes.
Okay. Which one?
Correct.
Gotham City?
Gotham City.
Okay.
Well, I guess
That's my
you
answer.
gave
Gotham
a few
City.
correct answers.
Gotham
maybe.
City.
Probably.
I didn't know what they were going for.
I don't know. Well, you got it right.
Okay.
Okay, green.
Green, science and nature.
How did pterodactyls get from one place to another? Pterodactyls.
Say it again.
How did pterodactyls get from one place to another?
What?
How did pterodactyls?
kidding.
Oh my gosh, I was like, did you really think I was saying?
They flew.
That is correct. Woo!
Okay.
Okay. Oh
They're-
boy.
Usually when you get 5 pretty easy ones in a row,
Oh,
the last
boy.
one's a doozy.
Like impossible or like really
Sometimes.
easy?
But orange is usually my best
Yeah,
category.
okay, so
It's
good,
when I
good,
do
good,
the
good.
best in, so we'll see.
Okay.
This is a very gettable card so far.
Yeah. Okay, orange.
Orange, sports and nature.
What is considered tennis's most illustrious championship? Tennis.
Okay, well that is that's a matter of perspective.
Okay.
That
Be the card.
well, I'm going to give the right answer for Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
Its most illustrious event, tournament. Is that what it says?
Championship.
Championship.
Yeah.
We have your 4 majors: the Australian, the French, the U.S., and Wimbledon. You have the Davis Cup, which used to be a pretty big deal, not anymore. A little bit lesser than, but I'm going to say Trivial Pursuit, while it's a matter of opinion, Wimbledon.
That's correct.
Okay. Oh, I got them all right.
You got them all right.
Yay!
Is that all the questions right?
All the questions right.
Okay.
Eric is so excited for you
What
to
is
have
this?
these.
Oh, cotton candy, gross.
Oh no, that's the best flavor. For me?
Yeah, you read the card so well.
Really?
Yeah, well, that's the one I grabbed, and I'm not eating it.
Should I eat it now?
Yes.
I will.
It's a,
This is the best flavor
You got okay.
of anything ever. If anything comes in cotton candy,
Cotton
that's
candy?
the best one.
It's just like air fluff sugar.
Yeah, but this is just rocks sugar.
Okay.
Like it's already just sugar.
All right. It's the best. Such a good sound.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, you can hear it. Can you pop one with your teeth? Just one. That's the best.
It won't get off my hand now. Okay.
It's because you got sweaty palms.
Apparently. I didn't know.
High
but
stakes Trivial Pursuit we had going on there.
It popped in my throat.
All right, want to do a little Everyday with Jesus?
Yeah, sorry that you're probably going to be able to hear this.
No, it's part of the charm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, enjoy your Pop Rocks.
I am.
Our thought for the day says, not only are we to be recipients of the kingdom of heaven, we're also to become participants in building the kingdom. What a privilege. Agreed. And then our verse is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. All this is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. That God was reconciling himself, the world to himself in Christ, not counting men's sins against them, and he committed to us the message of reconciliation. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a key verse in this week's message as we finish our Connect 4 series, Connect to Mission. This is one of the verses. So if you tune in tonight at 7 for our Thursday night service, you're going to hear me talk about this one.
Sweet.
Yeah. Love this, that we're not just recipients of God's kingdom, but we're invited to be participants. We're actually called and commanded. Huh?
And we get to.
We get to.
It's really awesome.
I love that. What a privilege. It is a privilege.
Yeah.
And here's kind of a cool point. As I was preaching, thinking about this and preparing a message, you are an ambassador. Like if you belong to Christ Jesus, you are an ambassador. Period. You might be a really bad ambassador, or you might be a really good ambassador for Christ. But either way, you're an ambassador. So you are a reflection of God's love in this world, and God's love is moving through you. So like an ambassador is one who welcomes and invites and receives and encourages and represents well the one you're representing, not yourself, but the one you represent. And so if you have a relationship with Jesus, you represent him. But I think a lot of times when we're not aware of that, we become really poor ambassadors. And it's like we're slamming, the doors to the kingdom in people's faces.
Yeah, like we could be really good ambassadors of ourselves, but we have to leave that behind. We are no longer ambassadors of ourselves, and we are ambassadors of Christ. But if we are being really good ambassadors of ourselves, it's like, well, maybe check that. I don't know.
Have you ever seen the website LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay.
Like seen the literal website?
Well, I mean like whatever it is. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
you've been
what
on
you're
LinkedIn.
Yep.
I am. I don't know why. Like I have a LinkedIn thing, and so every now and then I get an alert, that I have invitations waiting. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. But I was going through and I was looking at like a lot of the different job titles because they're so funny.
Yeah.
There's so many life coaches out there. Those who can't do teach, and just funny stuff like these. The one that really made me laugh was brand ambassador. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. Like we're ambassadors for Jesus.
Yeah.
For his kingdom.
It's just really awesome. We get to be. And we're called to be.
Absolutely.
That's so cool.
Absolutely. All right, something we don't typically do, but there's always a conversation starter.
Yeah.
That we have prepared. And we only have like a minute left on This Is the Day, but I thought today was a topic that should be, discussed. Ariana, what are 5 things that you can do with a bed sheet?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Become a ghost.
Become a ghost. Number 2.
Number 2. Wrap a puppy in it because they tend to pee often.
Wait, what does peeing have to do?
You wrap a puppy in like a blanket or a sheet because
Make it like a diaper or
protects
something?
you. No, just while you're holding them because they're very sporadic.
I just like to wrap a puppy up in a blanket and then watch it try to get out. Not to be cruel. It's just so
Number 3,
cute.
wrap a full-grown dog in a sheet and watch them get out.
I would wrap Griswold in a sheet.
Number 4.
Yep.
Turn them into curtains. Little DIY project.
A little do-it-yourself?
Yeah, just for fun. 5, put them on your bed, go to sleep, take a nap. Really need a nap.
Ooh,
sometimes the most godly
most people
thing.
would have left that one out.
Yeah, sometimes the most godly thing you can do is take a nap. I've heard.
Their intended purpose.
Yeah, so you can put them on your bed, take a nap. I think that, although often goes without saying, I like to bring it back up. Yeah, I think it's important. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's 5 things, and you're very welcome for that. I'm glad we did that. You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right. This is the day. Shrimper 5.